everyone, welcome to the Practical Paper Crafter. Today we're going to do a quick run through of how I made these cards. I had an old die set. I had an idea to make a poison bottle out of the die set, and that's what I've done today. I've used different elements from the Graphic 45 collection, and I have created these two cards. So I did this card off screen, and then I did this card on screen so you guys could see how I put the card together. Enjoy the video. Okay, to start off, I'm using the Spellbinders Whale in a Bottle die to cut out my bottle. And inside the bottle, there are different dies that create the waves inside the bottle. But instead of creating waves, I'm trying to create something that looks like a bottle of poison, basically. So I'm just taking the die cut pieces of the wave and I'm not putting them where they're supposed to go. And I just cut them out in different colors of green, anything that I thought looked like poison. I'm trying to kind of piece them together. And this does take time to get this all together. There's no really rhyme or reason to how I got these to go on. I just took one piece at a time. I glued it here, glued it there. And basically what I'm doing is I'm gluing several pieces together to try to create a pocket. And I just put glue along the sides and the bottom so that that top part is now a pocket. And then I'm going to create another pocket at the bottom, just using the other pieces that I have, trying to remember to ink all of my wave pieces to make it look more poisony. And then before I put my second pocket on, I took like the spare die cut pieces and put them along the bottle so that there were waves in the bottle other than just the two pockets that I created out of the waves. And now I'm going to clear off my area and I'm going to make the cork. The cork die cut comes with the Whale in a Bottle die set, and it's just a lot easier to put that. I thought the cork below looked too much, so I didn't put it on there. And now I'm going to decorate the inside of my card. Like I said, I just got pieces of scrap paper from the collection. I inked the edges and I used my tape runner so that I could get that tape right to the edge. And I used a little bit of adhesive glue on that just to get my corners. And now I'm trying to decide what I want to go down at the bottom, and I've decided on this Something Wicked, but I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit to make it a little bit smaller to fit. You still get the same effect, it's just not quite as big. And I'm going to mat it on some orange cardstock. I took that cut apart from one of the pages and I cut around it with a stamp edged pair of scissors so it looked like a stamp, and then I inked the edges. I'm going to take my Something Wicked This Way Comes. I'm matting it on the orange cardstock just to give it a little outside edge, made it stand out a little bit better, and I thought it went well with the orange image I put above. So gonna stick that down there and gonna stick my stamped element down, and the inside is decorated. I created this little stand or table for the bottle to sit on out of some wood grain cardstock. And now basically what I'm doing is I'm just going through the collection and I'm just fussy cutting some images out to go in the pockets. So like anything you think, you know, would go in poison. I don't know how to make poison, but you know, we're gonna put a clock in there. We put a little owl in there. And I'm just kind of looking around in my scraps to see if there are any elements. And I cut this owl out of one of the cut aparts that I had. And I really took my time because this is gonna look really cool once I get it up there. And I believe I ink it a little bit. And then I'm going to stick it right up there in the corner. It really looks cool in there, like the owl is inside the poison. And then I have this journaling card that has these different elements, and I thought that would look good in there. And then I cut out one more, ink the edges, glue it in. And then I had this chipboard piece from the collection. I added a little bit of green ribbon, glued the ribbon down, and I'm just gonna stick that little element down at the bottom just as a little extra element to fill up that negative space there. This is black tulle ribbon. I just wrapped it around the bottle to apply my tag. I did cut a little piece of cardstock to go on the back side of the tag. That just adds a little bit of element. And then I'm going to stamp the word poison. Like I said, if you had a stamp that said poison, you could just stamp that, but I have the alphabet, so I just stamp it out. I'm going to tie it on to the tulle, cut the tulle down a little bit. Then I took the extra pieces of tulle and I stuck them down behind some of the elements in my pockets just to make it. It took me a minute to get this second piece of tulle exactly where I wanted it. So I'm trying to hold that down to get the glue to stick. Then I tried again to get it to go behind the owl, but I didn't want it to cover up the owl was my problem. So I cut it in half, put a little glue on it, and got it to go behind the owl, and had a little fluff sticking out. And then I took a yellow piece of string that I just had in my stash. I have these little metal elements, and I just went through and picked out a couple that I liked. One of them has a feather. I had a really hard time getting the feather on there, but I did end up getting it on there. I'm going to tie it around the black tulle so that the feather kind of dangles off the string. And then I'm going to tie the string in a bow just to give it that finished off look. And I'm going to pop it up on just a couple of pieces of cardboard just to give it some extra dimension. I put that too low because it has to go above the little table I made. Then I stick it on there. That's what my two cards look like, side by side. Inside decorated on the first card, and I made that one off screen, inside decorated on the second card. And that's the two cards made. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching me put these two cards together. Just one quick warning, if you guys do decide to make these cards, they are not quick cards to make. They do take a minute to put them together. Anytime you're using die cuts, you're going to increase the time it takes to put cards together. But you can see these are really unique looking cards that will wow your friends, wow your neighbors, wow your family. And they were really fun to make, and I think they turned out really well. So good luck making these cards. Please like and subscribe and comment. Everybody, have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.